Also, I was going to add something,
That's my motion.
if you don't mind.
Okay.
We've been working with the Department of Agriculture for a while now. You know, we've had up and downs, but what I don't understand is if we're getting paid too much money, we worked out a deal with them last summer on a way for us to do a summertime shelling, which y'all all know. And the guys was making more money then, doing more trips. But the guys was making $165 a day, you know, hauling 3 yards then. That was through DAX. You know, they approved that, you know. And that money, I mean, the guys was making more money by doing that. And then now they have a problem with the guys making $125 a day. I don't understand that.
I don't think that's coming from everybody. I think that was just a certain person.
But that's the Department of Agriculture, though. I mean, that's what they allowed us to do before and made more money. And now the money's coming from Department of Agriculture. And
Well, from what I can understand, the money, the reason why the bill was made up is to take care of the situations like we now have in the Apalachicola Bank with the excess funds from the voting registration fund.
Correct.
So, you know, it was there for a reason. And like I said, all this other stuff to me is mute to me. I think we need to make sure that we still continue the shelling. The bay is not back to where it needs to be, and they know that. So, you know, that's my motion on the floor, and hope I have a second.
Second.
Motion second on the floor, all in favor? All opposed? Motion carries.
Let me ask
Thank you,
Shannon.
Commissioner.
Yeah, go ahead now. Hold on, Shannon.
Shannon, what did they proposing to pay the people?
Half.
Well, I thought they want to knock it down to a third. A third would be $40 a load, which would be $80 a day. And still their expense, these guys ain't even got the money to repair their equipment they have now. I mean, I don't expect, they're not allowed, it's like they're sitting up there looking at a state job. If you have a state job and you go out on that water, you're provided a boat, you're provided a fuel. Well, these guys is, you know, they got their own equipment.
Yeah.
And they're not making enough money to repair the equipment they have. You know, they're struggling. You know, you got guys pulling together. This community's pulled together a lot. These guys are working together a lot. You know, and I mean, we have probably about 375 people that signed up for shelling. The most I've had work any given day is 208. But these people has gone and doing things they've never ever thought they'd ever be doing. You know, I mean, a lot of people in this community is elsewhere working. Their families is trying to stay here. They're trying to provide for their families. But you know how the job industry is. There's not many jobs out there. It's hard to find jobs. And so, you know, I've been averaging about 180 to 188 people in the last couple months. And that's a lot of jobs to go look for.
So they want them to take out the expense out the $80.
Yes, sir. Your expense would come out the $80.
I leave them about $50 a day.
Yes.
Well,
No.
and on top of that, they're not allowed to get 4 bags of oysters a day?
I don't think, I will know today, but I don't think the guys will be able to catch 4 bags a day. I
That's
mean,
what I'm
I mean,
saying.
it's really, when they did the numbers, you know, and FWC's numbers was always higher than University of Florida's numbers. And their numbers was really low, you know, 75 bushels or 76 bushels are supposed to be on East Toll. Well, Monday comes next week, you're going to see oystermen you ain't seen in a long time. You know, I mean, East Toll's not going to last very long. I mean, they average about 128 boats. Now, that's boats, not people. Because you got so many that's 2 and 3 on the boat, you know. So, I mean, in 4 days, I think the average come out right at 8,000 bushels. That was almost 2,000 bushels a day that came off of East Toll, you know. You look out there right there, like this morning when I came over, on Cat Point, I seen about 25 boats. You know, there's not many guys oystering. I mean, there's not hardly anybody oystering compared to what it used to be. Y'all know that. Y'all see the boats.
It ain't nothing, it just ain't there.
And
It opened up this morning, then.
I don't know what the answer is, sir.
Then it opened, when it supposed to open?
It opened today. It opened today.
Yeah.
The winter bars.
Winter-
East Toll will be open next week. You know, I know a lot of the guys that's just oystering regular trying to make it gets upset when East Toll gets open because the magnified. But it goes back to your license holders, you know, I mean, there's a lot of licenses out there, you know, and there's nothing you can do about it. I mean, it's up to the dealers to pick who they want to buy from, and, you know, the dealer's the only one that can control what gets caught off of it.
Well, Shannon, we're going
Hopefully we can, well,
to.
will y'all add to that motion that they pay the people the same what they were making?
Well, you want me to amend it to my motion?
Yeah, so
To
we
add
all, we'll act.
that we're opposed to
Correct.
the recommendation that they get half what
A
they're
third.
getting now.
A third.
A third.
The 80, and, that we are opposed to that, and anything else that didn't sound good for the people.
Yeah,
Stay on the same track Shannon's on, he got it set up when he was making it.
yeah, so
Well,
will y'all add that to your motion in a second?
Yeah.
If you will.
I'll amend my motion.
I'm in the second.
Well, and the thing about it was, you know, if y'all remember back when Miss Kim came to start with, I asked her how much of an administrative charge was she gonna charge? And she said, I can charge up to 7% on administration of the fund. And now, through doing due diligence, she was able to, you know, put back that money and didn't have to use all that money. And now, all of a sudden, you know, she thought it would be, you know, allocated. And now they're having questions of how it was. I mean, this shelling program has been going on how many years? 3? 3 years?
Yes, ma'am.
They have never had a question before now.
Exactly, correct.
Why do they have a question now? You know, and like I said, the people of this county should not have to pay the consequences of what the state has not been monitoring closely enough. I mean, we're doing what we're supposed to do. So they need to do what they
You know,
need to do.
the program was set for 6 months. With Kim, you know, taking a lot, the admin money was added, a lot of admin money was added back into the shelling. And then Dax, through the last 8 months, has put over $300,000 into it as well. You know, for purchasing shell only, every time it's been attached for purchasing shell only. And that's made the program go longer. I mean, we went, you know, 9 months instead of 6 months. You know, we're doing everything we can to stretch it out to make it, but there's just so much you can do.
I know.
Okay. Anybody understand? Thank you.
Need to vote on the motion, sir.
Yeah, all right. All in favor? All opposed? Motion carries.
Thank you.
That's in
Mike.
a report.
All right. Have any commissioner comments?
I have a couple of things I want, you got something?
Oh, okay, yeah, I'm sorry, Michael.
Yes, just one item. Mr. Morone handed to me this morning a notice for a canvassing board workshop to be held in Orlando on Thursday, January 14th, 2016. This conference is intended for the canvassing board members, county judges, and the canvassing board attorney. And I have been acting as the canvassing board attorney, so I would request board permission to travel to this conference on that day, as I stated to you.
So moved.
Second.
All in favor? All opposed? Motion carries.
Y'all wanna let's go ahead and just, go ahead and do the canvassing board member too, because that's gonna be asked.
I make a motion, Commissioner Sanders serve as our
Okay.
canvassing board member.
I'll do it because you did it. Okay.
Second.
I have a motion second on the floor. All in favor?
Okay.
All
so-
opposed? Motion carries.
So notify the supervisor of elections that, we will be having myself there as a canvassing board member.
Yes,
And I don't think I have to go to that class.
So that was one I asked.
Because I went to it one time before down there, and they said, once you go, you don't have to really go, but you need to go, because that changes laws and
Yes,
stuff. I have one thing for Michael, and if you don't mind, Michael, if you would get back here and stand up a little bit more. The first thing is, we don't have representatives, we don't have Mr. Cooper here today, and I wanted to bring it up when he was here, but I'm gonna go ahead and bring it up, and you can contact him about it. I've been pondering in my mind what we need to do, and going back on the history of the clinics and stuff. And I want you to check with Mr. Cooper to make sure that he has already filed the papers for the rural health clinic in Carabel. Wings East was supposed to be designated as a rural health clinic in Carabel. And I want you to follow up with him and making sure that he's doing appropriate paperwork on that effect.
Okay.
And a few meetings ago, we didn't have you report to us at the workshop at the last time that we had a meeting, but a few meetings ago, we had you meet with Mr. Cooper and Dr. Charbonneau. Because as you all know, Dr. Charbonneau has left his place at Weems East and Weems West, but he's willing to come back. And I'm gonna tell you something, I have had more than numerous phone calls to try to get him back. So, Michael, can you give us a spin on what the meeting that you had with Mr. Cooper and Dr. Charbonneau?
Well, I'll work backwards, because both, I sent emails from both of them to you guys. That was before I was able to discuss it with you all. Commissioners, basically, they agreed on one thing. If Dr. Charbonneau comes back, he should run the clinic in Carabel and that one only. That's the only thing they both agreed on. After that, you had an outlook of an administrator looking at numbers and a doctor looking at patients. That's the best way I could kind of explain it to you all. You know, that's they're two different outlooks as to how the clinic should be run. One thinks that the numbers are important. The other thinks that the time in which he's allowed to see patients is important.
Okay.
And so two different views, and they disagree on everything else. And that's
Okay, but
kind of,
do they agree on anything?
like I said, the only thing that they agreed on is that Dr. Charbonneau, if he decides to come back, if he agrees with the board, that he should be responsible in whole for the Carabel Clinic. They both agree with that without a problem.
Okay, well, our direction was for Dr. Charbonneau to look at the Carabel East, Weems East, and Weems West, was it?
Yes, it was.
Was it?
And Charbonneau has agreed that if the board requests, he will present a business plan for both or
Just
for East.
one?
Yeah, the direction of the board is what he is saying, but.
Okay, and this is something that we can do, because we've taken it upon ourselves, and like I said, the people have really been calling me. I know they've been calling other commissioners too. And what I would ask, for, and I will go ahead and make a motion, that we ask Dr. Charbonneau, notify Mr. Cooper and the hospital board that we are asking, I'll make a motion to this, that we're asking Dr. Charbonneau to come before this board to present not only to us, but the hospital board and to Mr. Cooper, a business plan for two things, for Carabel East, Weems East and Weems West, and then just for Weems East.
Okay, so
Okay.
one plan combined and one just for East,
Yeah.
okay.
And let's just see if we can get into it, because it sounds like to me we're gonna have to intervene, because like I said, he's doing services down here in Franklin County, and he has not left Franklin County. So, but anyway, we got to go ahead, and I'm gonna put that in the form of a motion.
Have a motion on the floor. Have a second?
Second.
All right, all in favor?
Aye.
All opposed? Motion carries.
Well, now, Commissioner Sanders, let me ask you a question.
Yes, Dawn.
Is you talking about a FQIC?
No, I don't know if we can qualify for an FQHC,
We can't.
because it's East Point.
Yeah, they got us landlocked.
But we need to see what kind of a business plan he can come up with for maybe more efficient running. I don't know.
I will say you have to understand that an administrator is an administrator and a doctor is a
Is a
doctor.
doctor.
So I got concerns about a doctor trying to play administrator and a doctor. They require two different sets of skills.
Or an administrator trying to play a doctor.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So, I don't know that we're going down the right road with this, because a doctor's not gonna be a good administrator, and a good administrator is not qualified to be a doctor.
Well, what I'm trying to do, Smokey, and I'll tell you what my ultimate plan is, I'm trying to get the two to come together at some kind of happy medium, because apparently there's some bad blood in there somewhere or something. I don't know, but I know one thing, that this community is lacking a very professional doctor in Dr. Charbonneau. And the people pretty much throughout the whole county, I can say, would like to see Dr. Charbonneau back. So I'm trying maybe just to look at different possibilities. I'm not no doctor and I'm not no administrator, but I am I am sensitive to the people's needs and wants, so just like you all are.
Right.
And I want to get some kind of happy medium in there that that there's something there that they just clash, and I want to bring it in the forefront to where we can say, that's what it is. So, you know what I'm saying, one of them things, and at the same time, don't lose a good physician just because of bad, relationships between each other.
I'll get with Dr. Charbonneau and see how long he would take to create these 2 business plans and come back to the
Okay.
board, so you'll know
Okay.
how much months, if a month or
Yeah,
2,
well,
30 days, 60 days, whatever he needs to get
I don't have
done.
no business, I don't have no problem with that, but I just wanna know, that we have done what we're supposed to
Due diligence.
to try to do that. Because like I said, I believe in a lot of ways, and I'm not gonna go into it today, but I believe in a lot of ways Williams East is lacking. And I think we've got to bring them back, both clinics. Isn't the clinic over here, is Williams West open or is it closed? Mr. Nolan?
Sometimes it's open, sometimes it's closed.
Yeah.
Oh, really? That's what I'm saying. We need to have both clinics up and running. We need to bring the people in. We need to keep as many people in this county coming into our facilities, the county's facilities, the people's facilities. So, and that's what I'm saying. So I'm trying to bridge a gap that's there that may be too big to bridge. It may be too big, but let's try.
Okay.
It won't hurt. And I'm no way trying to be a doctor, and I'm no way trying to be an administrator, I can tell you that. So, anyway,
Okay, no problem. Anything
thank you,
else?
Michael.
That's it?
That's all I've got right
Have any
now.
comments from the commissioners?
Since we talking about hospitals and clinics, we are
Oh, that's right. I forgot about that.
on our proposal, when we brought up the sales tax on our proposal, we done 2 things. We had controversy about the ambulance, but we went on, got that, we done built the clinic. We told the people we're gonna build them a hospital. And we dealing with 8 years, 8, 9 years. I think it's time for us to move forward. So, people looking at, you go in the store, you go, anywhere you go, gas station, anywhere, hey, what y'all gonna do? And, we promise the people. When you make a promise, you got to move on it. We got to move on it to do something. And we 8 years in the rear. We should be some years ahead there, at least a couple of years ahead with a hospital. And I'm gonna make a motion, we move forward.
Have a motion on the floor. Mr. Noel wants to move ahead with the hospital. You have a second. Do you have a second?
I agree with him, but I'd like to hear back from our CEO and bring them in. And he's out of town today, I understand, so I'd like to wait till the next meeting, Mr. Noel.
Okay, well, I'll take it back to the next meeting.
Commissioners, they had, while we were away, they talked, the board members talked to Alan, they said they're planning to be on the next agenda,
Okay.
the hospital board and the CEO.
Okay.
So to probably discuss this matter also, so.
Okay.
Well, I'll take it back to the next meeting.
And
All right,
Commissioner,
he's gonna hold off until the next meeting. I got an issue here. I need to, somebody make a motion to move Miss Pinky Jackal from TDC and put Miss Sanders back in.
So moved.
Okay.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. All opposed? Motion carries.
I apologize when I put it on my report.
got it.
I meant to do that,
We got
sorry
it.
about that.
Any public comments? Come ahead, sir.
Good morning, Commissioners. Alan Pfeiffer, Concerned Citizens, Franklin County. 2 fast ones, I think. A month or 2 ago, we brought up the subject, or the Commissioners brought up the subject of countywide garbage, and I was curious if anything had happened with that since there had been a request of solid waste to go out and get some pricing or anything. Is that still something we want to think about?
I was one that brought it up, and I'm still sort of working on things, got a little bit sidetracked.
That's still on the horizon?
Yeah, it's something I'm looking at, yes.
Okay. And then I just wanted to ask a quick question relative to Restore. Are there any amounts of money in the pots that can be spent at county discretion, or is this going to be all subject to the rules that the government promulgates?
No discretion. It's all subject to the treasury.
Part one.
All subject to Treasury
All
rules?
subject.
Okay, that's my only question. Thank you.
And that's part one now.
That's part one.
One and two, that's all of them.
All of
They're
it.
all subject to treasury.
Yeah, but most, especially part one, if
Especially
it comes
part
to the
one.
eight affected counties.
In fact, that's part of the problem, just briefly to say, that the Treasury is under, and they tell us this in conference calls we have, that they are under a great deal of scrutiny by the rest of the country as to whether this money going to restore is being spent properly in accordance with the rules and the guidelines set out by the settlement and the judge. So this is one reason that it's just such a difficult pathway to go through. Treasury is wanting to make sure that they're not accused of letting someone spend money inappropriately.
That's right.
Thank you very much.
Any more public comments? Any more public comments? Meeting adjourned to the next one.
Man, you paying